Hello and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Mondays in Exandria, the new batch. We are here and we are ready to play. We are very excited. I am Lindy. I'll be playing Glass Cannon, the Warforged War Wizard, who is just wanting to know about their origins. What is their purpose? That's the biggest question she has in life. Someone whose questions for their character probably isn't that deep or metaphysical would be Shiny Pilot. How are you?
Hey, yeah, at least not deeper metaphysical yet, but I still
Yet!
have time to improve it if I want to, right?
You do. There's always time to get deep and
Yeah,
metaphysical.
so there's always time. All right, I'm playing a Dragonborn, and he is learning how to adventure and be adventurer because we're apparently now heroes in the words of Snaggletooth.
Yep.
So yeah, he's learning how to do that, and I'm excited to be here tonight. So some fun.
Fabulous, fabulous. Next we have a Tired. Tired, how are you tonight?
Yes, that's me. Hi, I'm Tired. I'm also playing Snaggletooth. He's a, goblin monk, and he's ready to blow some stuff up.
Wonderful. You know who might be ready to blow some stuff up? Dad. Dad, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, and I'm everybody's dad tonight. So yeah, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm playing Slowly Rupt, the human bard who is just trying to corral her friends and doesn't think she's doing a very good job of it. So
It's hard. You don't make it easy.
No,
You're kind of like the party mom, Dad. So, on that note, we're gonna go over to our dungeon master for this evening, who I will not stop peltering with terrible dad jokes. Deception check, how are you?
Hi, I'm already concerned.
I'm not at all punchy, don't worry about it.
No, because I think we're all a little tired here. Some of us a little punchy. Let's see what happens. Hi, I'm Deception check. I am the ringmaster of the three-ring circus of crazy that is Mondays at Exandria, the new batch. We're hanging out in Maquette, the city of Ank'Harel. Yeah, our baristas have been released from Jorhas on good behavior or bad behavior, depending upon how you look at it. They have popped over, left the Carmichael 5000 to its fate in Bazazan. I'm sure it will survive where the well-built buildings of the entire city have not. I'm sure it will survive.
Like, anything that sees that knows they can't destroy it. It's too beautiful.
See, that's the very thing. It's so beautiful, it will draw the demons of the Defiler's Rise.
Draw their attention straight to it, and then that's when the guys will come up from behind.
I think what we're going to see like a legion of evil escape the Defiler's Rise while riding a Carmichael 5000, and it will be forever cursed as the instrument.
It's okay. We know where the uncursing water is. We just gotta
That's true.
sprinkle a little on it.
that poor lady's house where they have their wash bowl. Yeah, just a couple sprinkles and everything's fine. Yes, this is what we're going with tonight because as we ended our session last night, they have met an organization in the city who is offering them information and possible help. But they need to get to know the city a little bit and obviously be watched by the agents of this organization to make sure they aren't associated with all the people that they are fighting against, possibly. So we're going to pick up today with Professor Alakratos, standing over Snaggletooth in the alchemy lab, surrounded by so many explosives and other consumables and combustibles and things of that nature. So, as you see right here, we have everything you could want if you wanted to build some things that go boom. One of my favorite parts. And from the looks of you, you've gone boom quite a few times.
That is true. We mix a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Now, see, I wouldn't put that with that. But if you take this and you mix it with that over there, it goes very well together.
All right. I grabbed some.
But if you take this and you mix it with that and you put it in your ale, it makes for a hell of a gunpowder soda.
All right. Gunpowder soda, then explosives.
Yeah, you have to have a good drink before you do any of this. Because, I mean, working with explosive sober is not recommended as a goblin.
I never do.
I knew I had a kindred spirit in you. Why have you been away? I mean, what's your training? Where'd you get your what'd you study?
I'm self-taught.
Really?
Yeah.
You must be a natural.
Yes.
And you still have all your fingers.
I just like mixing stuff and blowing them up. Yep.
What's your most your proudest creation?
Well, let's see. I mean, I do like the rocket glove.
The rocket glove is pretty good.
It's between the rocket glove and the chum grenade for me.
Oh, the chum grenade. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well,
I see you're thinking really
why not
hard here. You
both?
must have way too many to pick one. It's like kids, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'd have to say it's my top two.
Oh, okay.
As once I designed a arm booster to win a arm wrestling match. Yep.
Oh.
That was great. Worked out just fine, just the way I intended. And then once I decided to chum grenade, and I still have one. See?
It smells horrible. I love it.
Yes.
How long ago did you make that?
Quite some time.
I can tell.
2 weeks now. Yes.
The fish have really started to spoil.
Yes, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, limited time for use on that, I think.
We'll find out.
yeah. We'll find out how limited the time.
So why did you make
Just turns into a different grenade after a while.
Okay, you're talking about a glove.
Yeah.
No, explain that one a little bit more for me.
Well, you see, there was a glove, and it had like a horn on it, and then
Like a horn, like honk honk, or a horn, like.
Yeah, kind of, but just the conical part of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this was to make you stronger, or
to give me a burst of might. Yes.
a burst of might. That was a really interesting application of explosive principles.
Yes. I
You
am a
have to
genius.
Tell me more about this. And he pulls out draft paper, and he starts writing on it, and he's going to have you describe the whole thing for you. So,
whoa.
Yes.
I think we're going to need a gunpowder soda first.
You're right. And so they start mixing up gunpowder soda and working on the draft board, and they'll be good for a little while. Back at the office, having had both Snaggletooth and Alacritos leave, the four of you, Kubler, Sunny, Glass Cannon, and Sully, are all still sitting in the office, having just been offered a possible job in the city. I mean, you are thousands of miles away from home, with no real means of, funding your way back home.
I was going to say, well, we're going to need money to get back. I was just thinking that.
So Kubler is like, well, I'm, as much as I enjoy spending time talking with each and every one of you, because I love you greatly and everything is wonderful. And trust me, I mean, I really do enjoy being around you. There are books, and I like books, and I need to read more books. I'm going to go to the library.
Understandable.
And, I mean, you know me, I'm going to be doing a lot of reading, so you can find me there if I ever want to be found again. So bye-bye. And he shambles out like a good lich, leaving the three of you in the office.
I hope they do not blow a crater in the middle of Ank'Harel. Oh no, did you have something to say?
No. I was just going to say, so, you guys want to make some money?
Do you have a job for
No.
us?
Just
I feel like we need to start
Just
doing
stand on the
some,
street corner long enough.
no.
I was going to say...
You go into the
I'm
job.
sorry, that was so bad.
So, the reason why I bring that up is we're quite a ways from home. We don't have too much money, as he's digging through the bag of holding. We could sell things, or if we want to get back, what if we opened up a coffee shop here?
That's
I do have
pretty
grinder.
permanent.
I was thinking more of a stand, like one of those little portable kiosks
Like
with
a
wheels, like what we
pop-up.
saw at the market. A pop-up, yes. So we had that great Turkish coffee the other day in the market. What
I'm
if
sorry, what?
You know what I mean. The sand
Maquette
coffee.
coffee.
Ank'Harelian? Maquette?
Ank'Harel
Maquette-
coffee, yeah.
Maquette-
Marquesian
Marquesian?
coffee.
Yeah.
Marquesian coffee.
Marquesian, thank you. We had that great Marquesian coffee the other day. What if we tried to do something like that, but we bring the taste of our coffee shop from home here? Huh? It's better than being killed all the time, right? Right?
When have we been killed?
when have we been killed? Have you been
You guys are
killed?
such dicks. I'm talking about us being attacked against the life all the
Dang it.
time. Jeez.
So it just comes out. You're all such dicks. Jeez.
It's better than being killed all the time. Like, I'm sorry, when did we die?
When did we-
Oh, man.
Sorry.
I mean, like, I kind of don't want to work.
That's fair. I'll do the work. You just help me with supplies? Huh?
Do you have enough coffee beans to supply an entire day's worth of sales?
A day's worth, yes. I don't think we have enough for more than that, so we'll have to make a lot of money really quick.
How much money do you think a day's worth of coffee sales would be? Would it be worth the cost of having no personal coffee beans for yourself and Sully and Snaggletooth?
I think it'd be worth it. He starts calculating how much money we made when we were working back at our last capital city. How much we made in a day. He starts to think, okay, maybe we can take that and increase the profits just a little bit because we'll be new, exciting, and fancy. I don't know what an average group would make in terms of money for coffee for that.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, that's definitely something we can consider, but like for the moment, I think Glass wants to check out the library.
I do. I'm hoping there is a clue to my purpose in there.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you have anything you want to do around town, Sunny?
Not quite yet. Figured though we will need a way to get out of here eventually, so I wanted to start preparing.
Perhaps there is a job board in town.
Adventuring board though?
Not necessarily.
I could reach out to AO and see what they learned about our red friend.
Might be helpful.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it's not too dangerous of a mission, I feel like we need a little bit of a break.
No, I was just gonna
Huh?
like talk to AO mentally.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Sully's ever messaged Sunny, so I don't think he.
I don't
he
think
really,
so.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think that's why I
Yeah.
was like, I don't think he would. That's why he's like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. Whoa, that's wild.
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, the wall.
I would like to go check out the markets, Sunny, if you want to go around and do like scope out for your potential coffee business while
Marketing.
Glass looks in the library.
I like this. I'm invigorated with the power of coffee and hopes that we can make money.
Yeah. Unless Glass, you wanted us to stay with you. Whatever.
Kubler is here, and Snaggletooth will be exploding at some point, so I will be fine.
Okay. Probably stay away from Snag when he explodes.
That is my plan. I will attempt to remain inside of the library.
Fair. Okay. Okay. Then yes, Sunny and I will go look around the markets while you go and look around the library, and of day is it?
It's like morning.
It's still relatively. I mean, it took about an hour to make your way over to the university from where you were located through the city, and then your meeting didn't take that long, so it is relatively early in the day, well before lunch.
Okay. Sunny and I can come back here sometime after lunch to check in and see how you're doing.
Certainly. Be certain you eat beforehand, so you two do not become hungry. Kubler and I do not need to consume food.
That's true. We'll keep that in mind.
And I will
All right.
nod and head out to the library.
Deal.
Okay.
Plan.
All right. Let's go ahead and follow Glass Cannon onto the library, and we'll come back to Sunny and Sully. Snaggletooth is still enjoying gunpowder sodas and drafting of mechanical creations. And you will occasionally hear a large explosion that rumbles the entire university from time to time. But no one seems to be concerned about that.
Okay.
Glass, you make your way back into the main university proper, but you have no bearings of where you can go. You're surrounded by studious-looking humanoids running around with books, talking amongst themselves. What do you do?
I will approach someone who has books.
Okay. There is a small halfling woman with hair pulled up kind of like a top pony kind of thing. That's just kind of like out of her, hanging off the top of her head. She has a stack of books in one arm and a book open in front of her. She has these little half moon glasses. And she has got her nose in the book completely as she's slowly kind of weaving and wobbling her way through as she's reading. How do you approach her?
I will walk near, like right beside, until she looks like she's about to turn the page, because you pause when you turn the page.
Okay.
And then say, "Excuse me."
Oh, hi. Oh. Ooh. Hello. How can I help you?
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering if you could point me in the direction of the library.
Ooh. I could. Are you a student here?
I am not. But headmaster, lactose intolerant, alacritos. I'm sorry. Headmaster alacritos gave me permission.
Oh, well, I mean, I was going to tell you anyway. If you just follow with the way I came, I just left. I left the library because there's a very creepy dead guy in there.
Oh, that is just Kubler Ross. He is very friendly.
Are you?
He may attract flies, but he would not harm them.
He looks. Is he okay?
Physically, no. Mentally, it would seem he is fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
I suspect it is trauma related.
I'm going to study in my rooms, I think, or maybe under the bows. So, bye.
Thank you. I'll just wave.
Looking over her shoulder at you, because, first a lich is studying in her library, and then this robot from this porcelain doll, talks to her. It's been a weird day.
Weird day.
So yeah, she wanders back off. You find your way to the library pretty easily. Once you head in the direction she was coming from, you find a sign in common pointing you up through a couple halls. You catch a whiff through your olfactory sensors of Kubler, who is very easy to locate through through your smell-o-vision, and there you are. You're now inside a beautiful, airy library panel. Dark mahogany paneled wood inside. The windows are
dead trees to hold dead trees. Excellent.
Right. With kind of like a lattice work to keep a lot of the to keep air coming through, but most moisture out. The individual books are kept behind sealed glass cases to continue to keep moisture out as well, but keep the airflow coming through, so they don't worry about humidity. It's well lit.
I imagine they don't have to worry about humidity a lot in Maquette.
Not too much, but when it does rain, it pours.
That's fair.
So, what do you do? You're in the library.
I look for the section on the Calamity Aeor. I'm looking for Aeor specific things, but
Can you roll me a Dewey Decimal System proficiency roll?
Of course.
Intelligence.
I can make you an intelligence.
Or history. If you have history, I will throw Dewey into the history.
I do not have history. Oh, no, I'll just roll it. So, let's see. 16 though.
Oh, 16. It doesn't take you very long until you find an entire
Pick it up
section
pretty quick.
on Calamity and pre-Calamity systems. A lot of it is specific to information drawn from records kept I'm drawing a blank now. The oldest city in the world.
Not Valheim.
Valheim. No, not Valheim. Valheim's a game.
Yes, but it's along those lines. It starts
along
with a
those
V.
lines. My God, I can't believe I forgot this.
I was like, not Valheim. Vasselheim.
Vasselheim,
It's so
thank you.
close.
I like Valheim better. We should go with Valheim.
Vasselheim.
Yeah.
Like I was just missing some S's. Honestly,
yeah, I know. I was thinking the whole thing, and then as soon as I needed to say it, out the window. And so a lot of it is secondhand knowledge, books copied from other books because they won't release that. Temple knowledge. Everyone knows most of the information from that time has been sketchy at best due to the severity of the damage caused to the world at that time. But you find several scholarly commentaries on cities that existed, the majocracies that caused the downfall of civilization. You see some speaking on Avalere. You find some about Zemniaz. And then you find a section on Aeor. Aeor is the one that most people point to when they talk about rampant majocracies that believe that they could themselves rival the gods. It is believed that the city of Aeor, according to these scholars, or at least the myth behind the destruction of Aeor, is that it was brought down by the gods. The story is told that during the height of the battles after the fall of Avalere, when the Filer gods were released and back into the world, that Aeor was considered to be such a danger to the gods themselves that a truce was called between all the gods so that they might destroy Aeor before it became a problem for both sides. The only other known time for that, that a truce had been called, was a little known period. Not much is spoken about it, but the rumor is that when a god was considered to be as dangerous as the cities.
Something evil, orb of evil, something.
Exactly. Evil orbs of evil everywhere. Something about never having the time to handle things. Something about a hobgoblin with a toupee. It's a weird stuff there. Yeah. But Aeor was believed to be the first of the cities to fall by the hands of the gods themselves. Avalere being the one that fell because of the release of the gods, being the crux of the release, not so much their own choice. And then all the other cities, other than Draconia, fell around the same time. There is no known knowledge, there's no conjecture as to why, other than that they believe that the gods just swatted them all down as a fit of pique, when they're just like, you're all not worth our time. So what else would you like to look? That's the general information on Aeor.
Glass is a little disappointed. It's just all about the destruction of Aeor. It's like, but what about the life of Aeor? Book.
Right. But that's the problem. There's very little of that out there. All they know is the fall, the fact that...
I know that. Glass is just a little frustrated by it. I know. Glass is like...
There are after a little bit more, I mean, with your 16,
Yeah,
a
Glass
little bit
would
more.
then swap from the city itself to mentions of automatons from that era. If she could find a book on either in
Okay.
like the tinker section, because she knows that people like Sunny are still around and they like to tinker and things. So I think they would swap to that topic to be like, well, maybe
Okay.
there's a connection in that area or that section or something. So
Okay. There are small bits, because every so often an automaton or a mechanical construct of some sort is unearthed from the time period of the flying cities. It is known through a little bit of research and from some of the knowledge from the survivors of Avalir and from Vasselheim that each city had its own versions of automatons. Avalir had a more magical construct of cloth and like carpets and whatnot. They're very cool, flowing kind of automatons. They were working on new ones near the end of the city, but they really not a lot's known about those. Other cities had their own versions, but when it comes to the automatons of Aeor, they were looked at being the most deadly. These were creations of war designed to fight the other floating cities. It was believed, at least by some of the survivors of Avalir that were at least spoken to before the calamity came to a head. They believed that Aeor was looking to become the only flying city during the time, and were creating weapons of destruction that would take out other cities. And even some other cities had fallen at that time, and they believed that most of the creations that Aeor was working on at the time were individual weapons of mass destruction kind of thing. And when you're looking at this and you're reading more into it, there is a small sketch, kind of a little illustration that, I mean, with a little bit of leeway, it could say to look a little bit like your design. There are some similarities, but it's like if someone described you to someone and they tried to make a drawing, that's kind of what it.
I'll just pull out my
comes up.
journal because I've been taking some notes in there probably. And on that same page where I've been taking notes, I'm sure it's like all in one page. It's just really small handwriting. We'll copy that sketch down onto the page of research, and then be like, interesting. And then we'll just kind of sit back and think.
Now there's more information, a lot more detailed information and whatnot about conjecture, but the specific facts that you could pull from a lot of this is what you've gotten from there.
Cool.
Okay. Now over to Sully and Sunny. Glass is left. The explosions continue from off in the distance. You imagine Snaggle is having a wonderful time. What would Sully and Sunny like to do?
Do you want to go first on that, Sully, or you want me to?
I just kind of want to wander around the market. So if there's some place specific you want to go.
The only thing I'd think Sunny would like is we wander towards like some of the other coffee stalls to see what they're selling at and what they have.
Okay.
And get an idea of how he can make one out of wood. Other than that, if you want to wander, he'll wander with you.
Okay.
If that's cool.
Yeah, so then we'll do, because we were kind of in the market yesterday, but it was very brief. Because like we were trying to find a place to stay and stuff. So I think we'll just kind of
let me show you the map and show you where you are now versus where you're talking about going. Okay. You are currently located, if you look at the map, here. Okay. The Suncup Bazaar and the markets are over in this general area.
A lot of other districts.
Okay.
So there's a lot of other districts. You know that the Sigil district that you're in now is basically all the higher centers of learning. Lots of students, lots of people wandering around. You don't know much about the other districts, the River District, the ones to the north, the east. You've made some travels through the Circlet Walk. Let's see. Circlet Walk is more of a residential area, so it's just homes. Seems like most of the people that work in Sigil and some of the other districts all kind of live in the Circlet and just come to work to the north of them, with the palace, of course, sitting on the hill above, looking down. So you have a choice. You could offer coffee, maybe like if you wanted to start your search inside the Sigil district, where all the students are, the ones that are staying up late studying all the time and could use coffee a lot. Or you could go back to the market and try and, open up a stall in that same area. It's up to you guys.
Okay. Are we seeing like a lot of coffee shops in the Sigil district? Or
No.
stalls?
Most of the businesses are food carts for the most part, little stalls, little corner food things. It seems like most people, they're like everything, all the buildings here are associated with students, for the residents, for the studying, for the university, those sorts of things. Little shops that sell parchments and books and the like. There isn't a lot, if I could tell. Yeah, there's not a lot in the way of like businesses and buildings. Everything is small freestanding shops that can be broken down and taken with them when sales are done.
Right. Okay. So then go ahead.
That was going to say, so that actually may be a good target market, depending, because there's nobody else there.
Right. So Sully's gonna grab us some breakfast. We'll start with that because I don't think we've eaten yet. And then just kind of sit down at like a bench. Is there like a bench somewhere that we can sit?
Yeah, there's lots of little benches. There seems to be an area. If you look, we'll go back to the map in the Sigil district.
See a hole.
You basically, when you come out of the university proper, you'll be over here. And this is the general streets around it. To the side, there's a massive tree. One of the few, there's not a lot of trees that survive in the city of Ank'Harel, but this tree seems to be supported by some other system that keeps it alive, maybe, or it might be magically supported or whatnot. But it is a massive old oak tree that just casts a very beautiful shadow over the ground that you can sit at. It's cooling, it's comfortable. There's always a breeze blowing through because of the shading. And you find yourself looking, there are students sitting in, the low-hanging branches. They're sitting on the ground. There's a lot of people all hang in that area to study the shade of this giant tree.
Okay. Then I'll have a sit there, kind of like away from other people. If that's possible, while still being in the shade.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Hand Sunny food. So like, is there
you were able
reason?
to find some basic like rolls and jams, preserves, whatnot.
Muffin, breakfast, biscuit,
simple,
kind of thing.
Simple student breakfast fare for people who forgot to eat on the way out.
Right. So like, is there a reason why you're wanting to open a like? This isn't permanent, and we don't really.
Well, I'm not really wanting to open something permanent, just something temporary to give us some money and not put us in so much danger. We've been doing an awful lot lately, and sticking in my brain. And we had that conversation of how I was doing, and I'm like, I'm doing, but I'm not, but I'm doing. And then Snaggle showed me last night how much he thinks of us as friends, and I don't want to lose my friends to death and destruction and getting horribly maimed. And my brains are going these directions, and I'm trying to figure them out.
Okay.
So
I mean, that's fair.
We did coffee so well, and maybe that would be a nice slowdown to help us out, take a breather, enjoy some time here in the city. I just make like a little cart as a little temporary thing. We sell all the coffee that we got, buy some more maybe. I mean, we got to advertise, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that's really what you want to do, then 100% I'll help you with whatever. But like, if it's the money you're worried about, don't. Like, I've got us covered on the financial side of things.
Look, my family raised me to not just rely on others. I have to be self-reliant. I'm a family of craftsmen. I must stick
And
to my craftsman needs, you know?
I respect that, but at the same time, it's not relying on me or others. We're a group, we work together, and if these funds allow us to stay safe, then it's for all of us. But like, we could also just take this opportunity to relax because, like you said, we have been doing kind of a lot. We had a really long trip through Jorhas, the Wastes, which kind of sucked ass. And then we went into a fucking Temple of
Yeah.
Evil, excuse me. And like that wasn't awful, but like it wasn't good either. So like I said, if you really want to make a coffee stall, absolutely I'll help you with that. But you can relax. You can just take time and enjoy the city.
Sonny kind of looks at her and he kind of thinks about it for a minute, and he's like, I don't know if I know how to relax. I have always been trying to make something of myself or make my way. I don't know if I know how, and it's okay. I'm happy working. I'm happy doing things. Thinking maybe adventuring would help cure some of that, or maybe show me there's other things to do in life. And there is. It's just, boy, it can be terrifying at times. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Well, I mean, have you ever made something just for yourself? Not to sell, not to give to someone, just for you? Is there something that
Well,
I mean, grinder,
I made
obviously,
grinder.
but
Yeah.
but I mean, is there something that you want to make? Like, I mean, we can take this time. We don't know how long we're gonna be here.
Well,
Maybe if there's like upgrades to grinder, or if there's a different project you want to work on, like we've got the time.
I almost wonder if I could do something like that, but my brain keeps going towards more help, more assistance, more. I mean, don't get me wrong, making the cart would be fun for me. It'd be a challenge.
Mhm.
That would be fun. I get to make a cart. The coffee's just extra. And grinder
Okay.
feels useful, or at least if he feels, he'd be happy, I guess, to help. Happy grinding noises.
Mhm. Oh yeah, Grinder's like behind us. I always
Yeah,
forget that he's here.
yeah.
He's like behind us, just
He's
like
kind of always
Clunk,
there.
clunk,
Yeah.
clunk, like
I'm
a
like,
little
I
gonk
imagine-
droid.
Yeah.
No, I imagine he's not behind us. He's probably making his way around to all the students, offering them coffee.
just free coffee.
Yeah.
He's fulfilling his purpose in life.
Yeah. I mean, just take, today and tomorrow and think about it. Like like I said, if you want to make the cart, I'm behind you. I'll help you find the materials. I'll help you do the advertise, whatever you want to do. But we have an opportunity here to kind of take a break. So take a break.
Okay. I hear you, and I appreciate it. I think about it. I
Perfect.
Yeah,
promise
Roll a
that.
and
d20.
that's all I'm asking is just think about it. And if you decide that that's not what you want, fine. I'm like I said, I'm behind you 100%. Just
Okay.
consider it.
Oh,
I will consider it. I promise.
Snaggletooth rolled for you.
Okay. A 9.
9. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what that does, but okay.
Okay, you guys are sitting there talking about this, and you're telling Sonny he needs to, just take some time, don't worry about things so much, and of course, Sonny's sitting there not stressing because that's what Sonny does, which makes him probably a wonderful carpenter because the attention to detail and the fact that he cannot let his work go ever. So
Never,
ever. And so as you're sitting there talking, you see both of you as you're sitting in the tree, a rather tall but thin Goliath in robes, master's robes that are a little torn, a little dirty, but well made. And in like with scroll work and embroidery on it, it looks like they're worth something really. But he is swerving and kind of stumbling his way over to you guys. And as he gets closer, you can see he looks like he is 10 sheets to the wind at this point in time. The smell of alcohol arrives before he does. And he just sort of like sits down right next to you guys, like, hey.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm great. It's woo.
Okay, cool. Would
That's
you like some coffee?
Yeah. Yeah. You got
Here.
anything to put in it?
just
put in it?
coffee.
Like milk and sugar?
No. Just patting himself down. He pulls out one of the tears in his robes. Was a pocket. He's like looking, and he's like, sure, whatever.
Sonny looks to Sawyer like, what do we do?
Okay, yeah, we can get you a cup of coffee.
Oh, Grinder, come here.
Oh,
Happy grinding noises. Starts making coffee.
that. Cool.
He makes
You
I swear to be like a little chime sound, and he hands out a little cup of coffee.
you made that.
Well, he did. I will. Oh, I made him, but he made the coffee.
Our students are smart. Well, were my students. Great, thank you. He takes the cup, and then like you see him reveling around in the pocket. He pulls out a flask and just like pours and pours.
The longer he pours, the more Sully's chin drops, and he's looking at it like, "Wow."
Now this is a 7-foot tall Goliath that's kind of skinny, and when he sits down, he's as tall as you guys almost. When he's seated, and he just downs the entire coffee right there. He's like, yeah, that was good. Thanks. I were Magister Uthul. What's your names?
Hi, Uthul. I'm Sonny. This is Grinder.
I'm Sully.
He stares at you. He's like, why? And he goes to pat your head.
Oh, I don't let him touch me.
And he kind of pats the air, and he's like, you shouldn't hide. You're pretty.
I'm not. I'm right here. I'm not hiding.
Okay. I want some more coffee.
Sure. So he looks to Sully again, like, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, do you teach here?
I was a professor.
How come you're not anymore? Is it 'cause- Sure.
Budget cuts, a lie of hate, might have punched my boss. I don't know. It could be any of those.
Happens sometimes.
I respect that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did your boss at least deserve it?
More than I gave.
Fair.
I'll find another job. He grabs a coffee cup, starts drinking it. Doesn't put anything in this one. And then he gets real quiet and kind of his head hangs down. And he seems like kind of like he's nodding off into his coffee. And then you see a few other people in the same sort of robes coming up. It's a human and a half orc, very studious, glasses, robes, well kept. They come over and like, oh, so sorry. Is he bothering you? Are you guys okay?
Wait, he's
No.
okay. No, he's fine.
fine.
I'm fine. It's
Yeah,
fine. My friends gave me
He's-
coffee.
Yeah, he's just had coffee and he's chatting.
It's okay. He's had a really bad day. We're gonna go take him back to his house. So come on, Utho, come on. They kind of grab him and like help him up. And he's like, yeah, bye. I see you guys in class or something.
We don't go here.
I
See you then.
Goodbye.
And they kind of, he fights them a little bit, but that half-hearted drunken fighting when you want them
Yeah.
to help, but you just want to pretend you don't want them to help.
Yeah.
And they wander off.
That was
Sully,
weird. Yeah.
do you think there's a market here for coffee? Looks like they desperately need it.
I mean, college campuses are never a bad place to sell coffee. I know back at my college, coffee was a lot. I mean, not a lot. There was a lot of lots of coffee places in Rexentrum, so
Well, I'm almost starting to get this feeling like we're needed. Like we could be coffee heroes to these poor college students and professors.
And we're going to pause there as the coffee heroes think of the grand adventures or the grind adventures they can get into. And we move back to the alchemy lab where both Snaggle and the university chancellor are picking themselves up off the ground. One is on one side of the room, the other is on the other side of the room, and there is a large charred space in the middle where the fourth version of the arm wrestling machine was being tested. I think, wow, that packed a punch, like literally.
I just like sit up, and point and knowingly nod. Yep.
Okay, I think
It worked.
we got some positive we got some positive move. Like this is working. Like I might have a concussion, but I think that was a great test.
That's just part of it.
Well, I mean, of course, if you don't have a concussion after testing, then you did something wrong.
It's a learning concussion.
Exactly. And anything you forgot didn't need to be in there in the first place.
Boom.
Goblin science at its best. It gives you a high five.
Yep.
Well, okay, I actually have some classes to teach today, and I don't allow anyone unsupervised in my lab. So here, have some explosives to go.
Okay.
He just hands you a bag full of random assortment of very dangerous chemicals.
Yeah, I'm also going to try to slip in, chemical X or whatever.
The Erudium P38 discombobulator or whatever. Yeah. Marvin the Martian would be very happy that you
slip that into my pocket real quick.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go.
All right.
I think we're both drunk.
Okay, 11, and
11.
He has a disadvantage. Oh, natural 1 on his perception roll. So, blind leading the blind there. You make it out with all sorts of radioactive and explosive things.
Yes!
I'm sure nothing will go wrong, and I will not rue the day that I did it.
Science.
So, what are you going to do now?
Well, okay. I don't intend on blowing up the college campus. That seems bad.
That's good. That's good.
I think, you know what? I'm going to go over the tree.
Okay.
Like,
so
wow, big tree.
You see a big tree, you wander over the tree, and amazingly enough, I mean, as you're going over towards the tree, you do see a drunk Goliath being led away by 2 people, and they're just kind of consoling him for being fired.
All right, I'm gonna go help the Goliath. Leave him alone! I'm trying to push him away.
Oh no. This is after. I'm perfectly fine. These are my friends. They're taking me home. I have coffee, and you see he's got a coffee cup, and it's one of the Java Nice Day coffee cups you guys bring with you.
I see. What? Where'd you get that?
My students under the tree gave it to me.
There's a Java Nice Day dang it, franchise here? That's the word I was looking for.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Cool. What's your name?
Yes. Magister well, no, just Uthel now.
Uthel.
Uthel.
I'm Snaggletooth Blastcap. Nice to meet you. I'm a hero, you know.
Are you my you're a hero. I was gonna
Yep.
say are you my
Boom.
student, but here I don't teach heroes, I teach students.
Well, okay, Uthel. You know, what do you teach?
Applied mathematics.
See ya.
The two shake their head and lead him off. You head towards the tree and you do see Sully and Sunny sitting under the tree.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hey.
When you see
Oh.
Snaggle, he is charred.
Oh
Like,
no.
There are blast marks and burn marks and just I don't know. He looks like Victor from Critical Role, the gunpowder salesperson. He literally is frazzled at this point and looks happier than you've seen him in a long time.
Yes.
Snaggle, are you okay?
I felt like I've never been alive till now.
You look a little crispy.
I feel a little crispy. Isn't it great?
Sonny
Sure.
shakes his head going, I guess he's okay.
It's like a tendril of smoke coming off of one of his
Can-
side of his
can-
hat, you know.
Can he
just-
walk over to him, lick his fingers, and like pinch the little
It sizzles because it was still hot.
What the heck? What was that about?
You're sizzling a little bit, Snaggle.
Oh yeah.
What happened to you? Did you
Just
Snaggle,
had
did
a
you
few
blow something up?
gunpowder sodas. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't blow anything up, did you? Like we're not about to be arrested.
Oh, I blew some stuff up.
Sonny looks concerned to Sully. Do we need to leave?
It's nothing to worry about.
I mean, he was with the headmaster, so I think it's fine.
Okay.
Did you
Well,
blow
if you
up
think
more
it's okay.
stuff? I got
No,
plenty of explosives.
No, not right now, Snaggle. Thank you.
Oh,
though.
all right.
We were just having coffee and discussing things, and yeah.
Oh yeah, Uthel had one of our cups.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
Yeah.
pretty drunk, so we gave him two coffees.
Yeah, he had. I don't know. He said it was a teacher, but it sounded boring.
Former teacher,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
That tracks. Okay, so Snag, if you want to stay with Sunny, I'm gonna go find Glass and check in with them and see how they're doing.
We meet you guys back at our place? Huh? Thinking to be a bit?
They're here if you guys want to trek all the way back there without us, that's fine. And if you just want to,
How far away is where Glass?
it's like an
is?
hour,
Not sure.
an hour and a half
hour.
walk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To home.
Alright.
Yeah, or to
To home.
the inn. Yeah.
Before we leave the campus, is there any buildings that entice me more than the alchemical lab?
I'm gonna go find Glass.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing
All
nothing
right.
around here that looks as good as the den of explosions that you just
Yeah.
left.
Well, I mean, it's hard to beat that.
No, it's very
Yeah.
difficult.
All right, Sonny, let's get out of here. We'll come back to explosive chamber later.
Okay.
So we need to find a place to stand, right?
Oh, I'm thinking more of like maybe like a cart stand thing, so we can make it kind of mobile. It doesn't have to be permanent. So there's that. We'll have like wheels on it, and we like kick out the alarms and a little tent awning, and we can like move it. It'd be like a Carmichael cart, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
yeah.
fireworks.
I mean, maybe
That'll draw
probably-
the attention.
I was gonna say it'll
Right.
definitely draw attention.
Yeah. All right, I'll start working on that.
Okay, deal. Alrighty then. Yeah, let's start. You can help me collect some wood. We need to find all the scrap wood we can get.
All right, I just go start like ripping random pieces of wood off. Like,
No, not from stuff that's permanent. Snaggle. Stop him. Like, no, not that. Like,
Your passive
garbage.
perception, you see that there are like 4 different sets of guards that are all staring at you guys now.
yeah, not that. Yeah, Snaggle, put it back.
What?
Not that. Not that.
not this.
No,
All
like
right.
garbage wood, like in the alleyways outside shops. We can't just like take from buildings. You know,
Why
like
can't we? We're heroes.
because they won't let us do that, Snaggle. It's not allowed.
Look, it's called
Trust me.
collateral damage. Okay, heroes never pay for that.
Old
As you're having this conversation, a captain of the guard walks over. Is like, "Excuse me, citizens. How might I help you
What?
today? Are you having difficulty with this particular wall?"
Yes, we need.
No.
Can you help me remove it? We need to scrap wood.
Do you own this building?
No,
Why are you trying to dismantle its walls?
because we need wood to build our coffee cart.
Might I
Some fucking
suggest you
capitalist.
purchase the wood from a vendor, perhaps in the Suncoast Bazaar?
But then we'd have to walk all the way there.
Yes, but that would take a lot less time than waiting for me to release you from a cell for stealing materials not owned by you.
Snaggle, we will not take any more wood, right?
Public destruction of property,
Snaggle, please.
nuisance
So we don't go to jail?
laws.
Snaggle, come
What-
on.
What like is what he's saying words? I don't understand him
Yes.
at all.
Yes, we cannot take wood from buildings. that
The
does
guard
not belong
captain
to
stops
us.
talking to Snaggle and looks at Sonny.
Hi.
Hi, is your friend deficient in some way?
He is unwell, sir. There has been a lot of. I mean, as you can see, he's very crispy. I think the explosions knocked
Is he
his noggin
suffering
little
from
bit.
a concussion or something? I can have a healer brought here.
Possibly, but no worries. I will take him away and get him to rest.
Believe me, this isn't the first time we've had situations like this near the university. Students have accidents and then sometimes lose sight of the public well-being.
I would 100% see that happening on campus. And I'm sure you deal with a lot of issues,
Mhm.
especially at a college here. Look, I will get him well, and we will not take any more wood from property, right, Snaggle? Right?
We won't take any more wood from property while
Okay.
you can see us.
Do you have lodging
Yes.
in the city?
Yes.
Perhaps I should escort you both back to your lodging so your friend can rest and recuperate.
Look, if
He like
that's what
raises a hand and like a set of 4 guards come in behind him. It's like,
Whoa!
where were you?
man!
Where were you
there.
staying?
We get a whole escort? That's awesome.
Yes, you should feel very, very
for being a
safe with
hero,
us.
Snaggle.
I'm
It's
so
a hero's
heroic.
escort.
You know, I just walked Shanghai.
They
Thank
escort
you.
you back to your little casino hotel. All right, Glass
To get
Cannon,
arrested.
you're studying.
Yes, I am.
Now, can I have a wisdom saving?
No, sure. I'd love to give you one. Do I kill everyone in the library? 8.
Oh. Oh, so
I was like, I have a +6. Look, it's 1 off from a nat 1, but it wasn't a nat 1.
It wasn't a net 1, so you're not in a coma at this point
Oh,
in time.
good.
A knowledge
Okay.
coma, but no. Instead, you have another one of those lucid dreams where some of the bits of knowledge has unlocked other memory stores that were not readily accessible to you. So you start gaining specific knowledge about Aor at this part. This is something more generalized knowledge, more about the politics, the people. You still don't know exactly who your maker was. You still don't know what your profession was or design, but you think between the addition of the knowledge from the inherent information you picked up from the recovered pieces of armor, the body pieces you picked up from one of the other versions of yourself, as well as this new knowledge, you now are beginning to understand more of the coming days, the last days of your city. You feel like you now know you are from Aor. You know that you were tasked with the protection of the city, and with the within protection of the city, it also includes actively trying to stop what is perceived to be threats to the city. One of the last main entries is that you and your companions were your other, I guess your family, you might consider it, were part of an attack on another city, where the city was basically dismantled and then destroyed. It was a smaller floating city, one of which you can't find a name for specifically, but it was one of the last things happening within a month or two before the fall that you had, that memory of the fall. You also see records of the second target city, and it is one that you've read about. Avalier was listed as being like the attack that your city held, the one that you took part of, was a dry run for trying to prepare to attack a larger city. And so you're starting to get an idea that there might have been a more militant background for your design and for your systems.
Interesting.
And with that, I would say that you're like not so much a divergence, because we have a vestige of divergence, but your system now has awoken for a certain point, and I will be sending you information about that after.
Oh boy.
So
okay.
General, you have a +2 now, to any spell, DC or attack.
Ooh. Okay.
So that is part of your awakening to your full capabilities.
Okay. This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's fine. Super
also,
safe.
One I know, especially red eyes for everyone now. One other thing, you notice a general hierarchy of systems that you are included in. Sort of like a military structure where you have ground troops and then you have corporals and commanders and leaders that go on up. You were higher in the command structure. But it's not so much a command structure, it's more of a delineation of abilities. So you were a more advanced version with specific strengths for specific jobs, but you're not sure exactly what that is at this point in time. And that's about the time that Sully finds you, as you're kind of
how do I
coming out of
look?
this.
I was gonna say, do I look fine, or am I like red eyes?
Yes. You
okay.
You have your eyes are flickering. Yeah, through your three colors. Your
blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red.
It's flickering. Some of the one of the new abilities that we talked about, the shoulder
Mhm.
the shoulder cannon thing that you were kind of have access to. It's starting to form. You still haven't accessed it yet. You're not sure exactly, but it's starting. It's starting
Oh
to
man.
yeah.
So
So
like
you
Sully
see,
walks in and I'm like flickering eye colors and like something weird starting to like form out of my shoulder.
Yeah.
Like flicker, 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 flicker. That's fine. Hey
Yeah.
Sully, how you doing?
everything's fine.
With probably like my
Glass?
journal just in my
Glass?
lap, like just like
Yeah.
She looks almost catatonic, but she's coming out of it when you walk up.
Hey, Glass. You.
Sully. Yes. Hello.
Hey, you okay?
I have unlocked some memories, information. This research has been useful.
Okay, that's good. Good.
Something in my
You-
system has awoken.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
I am uncertain. Based on my calculations, it seemed I may have been designed for violence of some type.
Yeah, I can
Perhaps
see that.
a military function.
Okay.
And like I'll show like a little diagram of like, you know, like
Yeah,
kind of
the
like a big
hierarchy,
hierarchy
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then like there's like it's like a lot of question marks and things, but there's like definite tiers with lots of question marks, and I'm like in one of those tiers it just says me.
Me. Okay, that's something. That's information.
Yes. Sully,
Glass.
how would you feel, theoretically, if someone you know had been a part of a military operation to destroy and completely dismantle a city?
Well, I think it would depend on the situation.
Say, for example, it was a dry run to attack a larger city and do the same thing.
Okay. Did this hypothetical person have any say in the matter? Were they complicit?
Unknown.
Okay. Then I don't think there's enough information to make that determination.
I see.
Because it's not like Sully is trying to very carefully answer this question.
This is the first theoretical question I think Glass has asked you.
Yeah.
Because I think
And
Glass
it's-
is saying you've been like,
yeah.
theoretically.
Right. Like hypothetically.
Yeah.
Being a part of something like that does not immediately make them a bad person. Because sometimes people don't have a choice and you do what you have to survive. So I think you would need more information in your hypothetical situation.
I see. I shall let you know if more information pops up.
Okay.
I feel quite confident, though, at this point, that I am indeed from Aor, based on descriptions and sketches from multiple sources. And I'll hold up like the little sketch, and I just
Yeah.
like size 8 font, basically, just scribbles on the piece of
Super
paper.
tiny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good that you know where you're from, right?
Yes. While reading about Aor, I learned about some of the other floating cities and other cities from the pre-calamity times. Most of them did not like Aor.
That's fair.
including,
I
it would
imagine.
seem, the deities of the time. I suppose currently as well.
That's not common knowledge, is it? That's not something that like Sully would just know.
What's that? I'm sorry. I was reading more about Aor.
You're fine.
No, you're good.
She's asked me. I'm learning a lot about this city right now.
Yeah. So like it's not common knowledge that the gods
No,
feared and struck down Aor.
no. Only academics care about that at this point.
Yeah.
Scientists and academics, people who are interested in that. We
Ancient
just know that-
history. Yeah.
Right. It's just like, it's just the HR Arcanum was great, and then you had the calamity, and then hell itself on the planet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll like I imagine there's like a bunch of books on this table just all left out with like little bookmarks and reference points, and I'll just hold up one. See? They perceived it as a threat and all banded together, according to some theories, to destroy Aor.
Okay, that's
Apparently, it has only happened in history one other time that we know of. And that was against a fellow deity.
okay. That's good to know.
It would seem it was a very militaristic place, as they focused heavily on weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, I can see that. And if the gods struck them down, then they might have had the power to do so to a god. So that's kind of terrifying. But okay.
It would seem that other cities had beings similar to myself, but different, made out of different materials, and not as... They did not have as poor a reputation as the ones from Aor. Creations of war?
Yeah, it sounds like they made you to be a weapon.
It would seem so. And the others like me as well.
So then, are you saying that that's your purpose?
That is still unclear. I have no memory yet of my creator, nor my exact task. I do recall my last instruction was to protect Aor and stop perceived threats.
Okay. Was there a definition of those threats? Like, what did they define as a threat?
I cannot recall that detailed level of information.
anything that was deemed a threat by the majocracy of the city.
Okay. I'll be like,
Okay.
yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. Oh, so just
As you're
sounds like a
talking,
majocracy. Yeah.
as you're talking, you find it because you're talking with Sully, and there are more. Your system's running in the background. You find another subset of commands,
I think there's like a
and all of these are about like domestic sort of things, like cleaning and polishing and the care of magical items, and like it's like the C3EPO routine. You have like language, languages and understanding and diplomacy, and you have this whole subset that seems to be intertwined with.
Explains my proficiency in persuasion.
Yes, there's a whole subset that was active. You could tell it was active for a period of time, but it was only useful for a period of your operational history, and then it was just shelved after a command was given, and it was no longer needed.
I feel like
But you
like
can't
it's
tell what the command was or why these things are available.
and there's just like a twitch, like a blue, green, blue, and then like a pop back up. Aha! My background subroutines have discovered another subset of commands.
And if you don't have prestidigitation, you have access to that.
I don't have prestidigitation.
You do now.
It's been difficult. I've been like, I have to take only offensive and defensive.
Accessing these subroutines just turned on
Just gives
prestidigitation.
prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. That's hilarious.
Honestly, it's terrible once you find out what I'm building up to. It's gonna be great.
I'm so excited.
I feel like I'm taking some of the knives I saved for Sully and I'm giving them to you.
Oh no! It seems that I had a capabilities of domestic nature, cleaning, polishing, care of magical items, along with conversation, diplomacy, among other things. They were not
Makes
always
sense.
active, but they were for a good period of time. They've become active once again.
Yeah, I was gonna say it makes sense because you always did our dishes. So
I did. You did not like doing dishes.
no, and you didn't seem to mind. So
I did not. It was better than watching you eat.
yeah. Okay. Any other revelations that you made here today?
Going over. I believe
Nope.
that is the gist of it.
Okay. Do you want to do more research? What's next?
I think I need to process what I have gleaned from here today.
Okay. How about you put your books back? I'm gonna go look for something real quick, and then we
Do you
can
require
look up another-
assistance? I've become quite familiar with this Dewey Decimal System that they use here.
No, that's okay. I can find it. I went to college. I'm very familiar with Dewey's system.
Ah, that is correct.
Yeah. Just put your books back, and then I'll meet you at the front here in a couple minutes.
Certainly. And you see, like, Glass picks up some books, because I forgot I took this feat last time, and then I don't think you've noticed this, but you see, like, another book just start to float, because I have telekinetic, just like more, like a pile, stacks a pile, and the pile floats, and I pick up the second pile, and it just starts to, like, walk along.
I think Sully just watches for a minute.
Because
just,
the
like,
mage hand's invisible.
yeah. And
then, like, I put one away, and the hand puts another one away. Like, it's just...
Yeah. and Sully, like, I think Glass is probably too preoccupied to notice, but I think Sully has a very concerned look on her face for a couple seconds, and then she just,
Understandable.
shakes it off, and I'm gonna go do what I was gonna do.
Okay, what are you doing?
So Sully, like, heads to the lifestyles, and then when she's certain that Glass is not paying attention, I'm gonna reroute myself, and I would like to go to, is there like a magical theory section?
Oh, lots. It's a
Ooh.
very big section.
Okay, I would like to find the magical theory section having to do with the mind, specifically altering memories and such.
Ooh.
Okay.
I would like to find that section.
Okay.
And I am specifically looking for how to restore memories that have been wiped.
Store memories that have been wiped. Okay. Give me a history check.
Okay.
Or straight intelligence, whichever one would be a better roll for you.
Okay.
Which probably would be the same.
No, actually, I'm proficient.
I thought you were proficient in history.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You went to college. I didn't.
Went to college,
did.
yeah.
I went to college, yeah.
I went to Sky Island College. I didn't.
Ooh, that's a 12.
A 12. Okay. It takes you a little while to find specific information. There is a lot of books on the maladies of the mind, on shaping memories, focusing things of that. It's hard to look like it's difficult to find someone or a treatise or scrolls on recovering restricted or lost or destroyed memories. But you find a few books that might have it. But you're not sure if the information is going to be something you could make use of.
Okay. Are these like can I check these can I just take these books? Is there like a checkout system?
It is more along the lines of university students are allowed to check out, but residents of Ank'Harel can peruse, but they aren't able to take them with them.
Okay.
And so you'll speak with a librarian, and they'll like, unfortunately, we're not allowed to let you take them out of the bill. But you're more than welcome to come back tomorrow if you want to read more.
Okay. Thank you.
Unless you get a
appreciate the help.
special dispensation from the chancellor of the university, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm good. I don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. Thank you. And I'll go back to the aisle, and before I put them back, I just want to I want, out of these books that I have found, I want to pick out like one that is the closest to what I'm looking for. So
Okay.
restoring memories that have been magically wiped / suppressed / whatever. Specifically myself, not per my background stuff.
Okay.
That kind of situation.
Okay. I mean, you take a look at the books you found, and you find one that you believe will have the most information you can. This is a very specific type of a request. Publicly available books may not delve into the specifics of what you need. Even at a university, you may want to speak to a professor of some sort. But you find one that may help you, and perhaps if you peruse it a little bit more, you might be able to find the information you're looking for. But right now, it's hard to pin down anything that's really helpful.
Okay, then I'll like bookmark it, and then I'll put it on like one of the top shelves. So if I come back, will hopefully still be there.
Okay.
And then I'll go meet Glass.
I've put the books away very quickly and just been sitting there waiting.
Yeah. Hey, sorry.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes and no.
I understand. I'll put like a hand on shoulder to show camaraderie.
I'm good to go if you're good to go.
Yes.
Okay. Sunny and Snaggletooth went back to the hotel. Do you want to meet them there? Was there something else you wanted to do?
I might inquire of a second library in town later, but for now I am content.
Okay. Then yeah. It's a long walk, so let's head back then.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah, we'll head back.
You guys are making your way back. Let's go check in on Sunny and Snaggletooth. You guys have arrived back at the casino hotel with your escort. It's like, I was very happy to escort you guys back.
Come on in, have a drink with us.
We're on duty, sir, but I'm perfectly happy to have escorted you here. I hope you have your recovery is quick, and you're able to get back to your own self. And please try not.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. I'll come get you when you're not on duty. We're going to have that drink.
Not to tear wood from buildings.
Oh, I already forgot about that. You don't got to worry about that.
He's in good hands, sir. I'll take care of him.
Wonderful. I hope to not run into you in the same capacity again.
Oh. Greater capacity. Way greater.
Have a nice day.
You too.
You too. Thank you. Thank you.
And the captain and the 4 guards turn and walk back the way they came.
As they get out of earshot of
nice guys.
Snaggle.
What?
They were nice.
Yeah.
Please don't put me in that situation again. I was terrified.
What situation?
Mortified.
What were you horrified by?
We could have been arrested, Snaggle.
Nah, they can't arrest us.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't. We're heroes, see?
Snaggle, that you can be a hero and still be arrested.
Nah.
Gotta follow the laws of the city. Like, you can't just go and take stuff that doesn't belong to you and say, I can take it, I'm a hero. Heroes don't take stuff that doesn't belong to them, right? I'm gonna try and get him in a mental trap.
Hold on. Heroes don't steal stuff because they can't, because they're heroes.
So are you saying it's impossible for a hero to steal?
No, I'm saying it's impossible for me to be a thief.
I think he's got you in a trap.
This is when Sonny gets driven to drink. He goes, oh no.
Are you all right, Sonny?
I'm confused. I
Yeah, I can tell.
let's have a drink, please. I need a drink.
Yeah, that's what you need. Here we go.
Let's have a drink. Our room has drinks. Let's go have a drink.
Yeah.
We'll discuss more about the cart and where we can procure implements and wood.
Wood. The room has floorboards.
Nagel,
Yeah.
we're not taking the floorboards or the furniture or the ceiling or the walls. The room will stay as it is. Okay. We will just drink.
What about firewood? Will that work?
Maybe. It depends on the quality of the wood.
I will go get some firewood.
Okay, you go get some firewood. I'll see you up in the room. Don't take anything that is bolted down. I already know what's going to happen, but
Okay. All right, Sonny, you go upstairs
Uh-oh.
and drown yourself in drink because you don't want to know what he's doing. Snaggletooth.
Yep.
Okay.
What
How
are you
do you
doing?
search for firewood in this desert city in the middle of
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'd have to look for a tree.
the only tree you've seen so far? No, there are smaller trees throughout
No.
sycamores and oaks. Smaller trees
No,
throughout
no,
the
no.
area. They are seen to be cultivated and revered because they are part of these beautiful little corner spots they are taken care of. There are flowers and plants all around them. They seem to be
Mhm.
Not for
beautiful
long.
additions
Yeah.
to the city. Okay, let's go see if there's any trees in your vicinity in the streets of the Sun-Cut Bazaar. Yeah, see, in this area, there's not a lot of trees.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, thank goodness.
I mean, you do see like a smaller tree, kind of like like a decorative small tree and a planter on top of a building on a patio, and
That obviously wouldn't be enough to make a cart. I need a big tree.
okay. Do you have an axe?
No.
Perhaps you should get an axe.
Well, I mean, there's other ways to knock down trees.
Oh God! I gave you explosives. All right.
What hell on
you know
earth
what?
have we unleashed?
Before I get too far on this train of thought, I'm going to try to derail myself.
Okay. How does that happen?
I'm gonna try to derail myself.
I mean,
how do I not blow up this tree?
I know for a fact that you saw a lot of glorious, beautiful-looking wood at the Cerulean Palace.
Yes, the palace. I'm just gonna break into there and get their wood.
They have lots of trees there too. Lots of beautiful manicured gardens. You can see the trees over the high walls,
And
guarded
it would be a
by
chance
many guards.
To meet
It'd be
Lord
the chance,
Salad.
yeah, it'd be a chance to meet my best buddy, Lord Salad. That's not the derailment I was looking for.
You know, I'm only feeding you the information I can provide. I can only do so much.
Okay, all right, hold on.
No vendors
You know what?
of fine
Wait.
wood.
I mean,
Wait,
if you're
no,
looking for
hold
trees,
on.
there are lots of like
I do
people
realize.
selling things that you could use.
Yeah. And I also realize I have not had anything to eat since this morning. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go to one of the food court kind of places and get your like kebabs and
yeah, I bring back some tacos.
Okay, street tacos.
Yeah,
It's a
bring back
thing.
some, and obviously, some more gunpowder brews and a few more of those. And I bring them.
It's tacos from Bell's Tacos.
Yeah, Bell's
Very
Tacos.
good. Bell's Tacos.
Yeah. And I want to say, man, that's a great name, Mr. Bell. for
Oh.
taco place.
I'm not Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell's, he owns the whole. This is a small franchise of the Bell Taco Corporation. They got carts everywhere.
Wow, all these tacos are standardized.
Yeah, well, we found that if we cook all the meat in one central location and then freeze it with magic and send it out, we can provide a more standardized experience for everyone
Wow.
throughout the entire city. There are
That's
there are drawbacks. The flavor is decreased, and the enjoyment of the individual items are not as good as if they were made freshly at the location. But we find that hungry people don't care that much, and they're so cheap, people don't care either. So.
Do you have any explosive sauce?
I do have a hot sauce called Fire.
All of it.
Okay, all of it.
Yes, I need all of it.
Okay, and he hands you these little packets
Whoa!
of sauce.
This is amazing. What is this?
These the proprietary knowledge. They are magically produced sheepskin packets.
Packets of sauce? Ha!
Yes.
Amazing. The wonders we live in.
It's even got Fire printed on the front of it. I mean, we have mild and hot, but you wanted explosive, and that's the closest I got is Fire.
I appreciate it. I just grab everything I can.
Thank you for coming to Bell's Taco.
Yep. Oh yeah. This is all free, right?
I mean, it's basically free for as cheap as it is. I mean, but if you knew the quality of the meat, you'd understand why. But a couple silver.
Don't listen. Okay. Yeah, here you go. Boop.
Thank you.
Here. Thank you. All right. I'm going to take these up to Sunny, and we'll experiment with these.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sunny!
Exactly. Exactly.
I brought back food.
They smell wonderful. They don't look as good as they smell. But
Food. I thought you went up
Yeah.
for firewood.
Look, I went out for a lot of things.
Wait a minute. Is that fire sauce?
Yeah! It's like
I've never had
it's
fire
like
sauce.
firewood, except I got some fire tacos.
You know what? It's okay. You didn't have to bring back any wood. I'm just happy you brought back something that wasn't bolted to a building. Come on in. Let's have a drink and eat. Come on.
all right, you enjoy your tacos
Yes.
from Bell's Tacos.
Oh,
I'm
for
going to
now.
need con saves.
Yep.
All right. Here we
Here
go.
it comes. This is when you die.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'm rolling. Oh no. 9.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Both
What
of
have
you
you
fight
done?
for the single toilet.
No, it's mine!
Oh no.
Is this another
It's
gold
fine.
coin?
I
Is
know
this,
this
is
is
this Apocalypse Part 2
Apocalypse.
Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah. Oh no.
No,
I
Taco
need- I need-
Boogaloo.
both
That's
of you
what it
roll
is.
initiative. Let's see who gets
All
to
right.
the
Oh,
indoor
initiative,
plumbing
huh?
first.
I got
Okay.
this, no
Okay.
problem.
Apocalypse
One
2
second.
Taco
Wait.
Boogaloo.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Natural 1 for Stags.
Oh,
Hang on. Oh,
I think that has
I
more
rolled a 2,
connotations.
I got a 3.
my God. You
Oh,
guys just...
Yeah, I was fumbling that back.
Sunny barely makes it.
Snaggletooth makes it to the indoor plumbing first. Sonny, it's going to be difficult. You got a choice. There's a planter on the patio,
Oh no.
or you got to try and hold it.
Yeah, tough call.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
gonna be in here a minute.
oh no, Sonny. Okay, Sonny has no choice. He goes for the planter. He has no choice. There's no option.
Those poor plants will be dead if they're not already.
I mean,
This
he'll
is
do it
when
discreetly.
Sully and
He'll put it
Glass get
inside.
home.
Do we go out onto our balcony and see Sully in the planter?
You guys walk out of the patio,
Oh,
dog, and then you see a dragonborn squatting in a planter on the
I
patio.
immediately turn around and go back inside.
Sunny. I'm sorry. Sunny,
This is so
you,
bad.
you appear to be in distress. Are you all right? Was that a yes or a no?
Fire sauce and bell taco. Snaggles in the bathroom. Just leave me alone.
All right, I'm going to have to roll for this. I need to see something. You both take 5 points of fire damage. God. All right, and with that,
Sunny,
I'm sorry.
why is it smoking?
I don't know.
And I'll walk back inside and be like,
Oh.
I don't think they are okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's where we're going to end the session tonight with a Apocalypse 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Taco Boogaloo.
Oh my God, I did not expect it to go there. Thank you, Snaggle, for giving us Bell's Tacos and the hell that is fire sauce.
Oh.
Oh man,
That was bad.
that was wonderful. That's exactly how one of our sessions should end. I'm sorry that we didn't maybe not accomplish as much as we wanted to, but
I feel like we
Apocalypse 2
accomplished
had to
plenty.
happen. All right. Yes. So thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Deception Check. Like I said, the ringleader of this 3-ring circus of crazy. And this was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, producer Trav couldn't make it tonight, but you can find us here. We don't play tomorrow night, correct? We're off.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So we're off. We'll be back next Monday, and then Tuesday we'll have Stargate back. Aliens is coming soon, and Lindy will tell you about the wonder that is this Wednesday, that everyone should definitely come because we might have a special person from this team playing on Wednesday. But my favorite part tonight had to be pretty much, I enjoyed it all. It just was a lot of fun. I loved giving Glass Cannon all the daggers. I mean, Nugget has all the daggers always for the story, but I want to just hand over a couple. And in researching a little bit more about the Aormatons, I found out something really fun.
Oh, I bet you did.
We're going to challenge Glass Cannon a little bit and see how things turn out.
I'm so excited.
Yes, I am very excited. But also, Glass Cannon unlocked a new ability. Actually, 2 tonight. Prestidigitation and something much more fun. We'll see how that works out. Snaggletooth was amazing. Love all the explosions and Bell's Tacos. Sunny, you roll with the punches, man. Thank you. And Sully, I almost got you. Which is a simple head tap. Almost. My Goliath didn't work. And I'm glad you didn't explore the university, because I had a special surprise for you in the university if you explored more. So,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to go back for more research. You said you
maybe.
wanted to look at that book. So.
Maybe we'll have to see. But thank you. I'll pass this on to Laugh Love Lindy, who will close us out with the rest of the crew.
Thank you. We're going to go in reverse order from earlier because I think that'll be fun. So, Nugget, why don't you tell us about yourself? How'd you think tonight went?
Tonight was kind of wild, but fun. I am Nuggetosaurus. I play Solirupt, the human bard, who is just trying to wrangle her friends and trying not to get them arrested or dead.
It's a hard job.
You can find me here. Yeah, hard job with this group. You can find me here on Mondays playing this character. You can find me here every other Tuesday as the Gate Master for our Stargate Flames of Hope. Unfortunately, we did not have game last week. My spouse was very sick, so I had to, take care of him. But we will be back next week with our episode 8.
Yes.
I think.
Episode Mission 8.
Mission 8, yes, Mission 8, which you guys completed a mission, so you'll get some mission points for your characters next week, and we can do that later. But yeah, as well as the occasional Saturday, whenever we play aliens, I play a synthetic human. My favorite part was the Apocalypse. Oh yeah, and this Wednesday I will be doing my character one-shot for Lindy's Call of Cthulhu campaign. Y'all are gonna meet Bobby May Dean, who's gonna have an interesting night. It'll be fun. I'm very excited. But yeah, no, my favorite part was the Apocalypse, because in the last campaign that we had in Apocalypse, I unfortunately was not there. So
You weren't. You did. Oh.
Yeah. I was not in attendance for the first Apocalypse, so I was for the second. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Someone who was front and center for both apocalypses of these campaigns. Snaggletooth Blastcap, how was tonight for you?
Oh, very good. I had a blast. I'm D20 Coup de Grace. You can find me here Mondays and every other Tuesday. Shoot. I think. Well, I really like the way Glass Cannon's story is going. That's pretty cool. I'm really excited to see that, and of course, having fun, blowing stuff up with Professor Bro.
Alacritos.
Alacritos, of course.
Yes. I just have to think of a lactose intolerant, and I get there every time.
Yeah, Alacritos.
Yeah.
And, I also found it funny, as soon as you told me he was a mathematician, just not interested at all. It's like, oh, boring stuff. Bye. I thought that was fun. And, yeah, just had all a good time.
Thank you. Thank you. I had a blast as well. Speaking of blasts, Sunny, how are you?
I'm good now that the apocalypse is happened. Part 2, favorite part. Yeah. I like what all we're doing in town, and I'm glad we didn't get arrested, at least not yet. I'm glad things have not detonated, at least not yet, besides the bathroom. And I'm excited to see what more we find out about Glass's character. So it's just exciting. So just thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you. My favorite parts for tonight was an escort. That's awesome! From Snaggletooth, followed by how do I derail myself? Like, just that outward pondering killed me. And also, there's more than one way to get a tree, down a tree. Just because that is technically how they did a lot of stump removal in, at the turn of the 1800s. Yeah, just blow it up. It's one way of doing it, so... Yeah, I also really enjoyed Sunny with the guards. Like, look, he's not okay, but I'll take care of it. It's alright, well, it'll be handled. It's fine. And also, maybe we could, not do any adventuring, though. I know that we're heroes, but, we've been doing a lot of heroing lately. Just, Sunny's reluctance. And then poor Sunny on the flower pot out on the balcony. Just... anyone looking up is just like, the fuck is that Dragonborn doing? And I'm so here for it. And then, of course, Sully just trying to, wrangle everyone in this group and never fully succeeding, but succeeding just enough to keep it all together. And also, her going from, session 1, it's okay, Glass, we're gonna get your memories, we're gonna find out your purpose, to be like... hey, Glass, everything okay over there? Weapons of mass destruction. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, maybe we don't restore your babies. Maybe let's not.
Maybe we don't. Oh, but it seems like we've already started, and that's kind of maybe it's the ball rolling. I love that so much. Of just the concern for and about Sully's best friend. So that's all my love for tonight. And of course, the drunk life was entertaining because there's the two different reactions between Sully and Sunny and Snaggletooth. Hey, what'd you teach? And the others were like, ew. Creeped out. Nope. Just, I loved it. It was great. It was fabulous. You can find us here next week for more Mondays in Exandria, the new batch. You can find us next Tuesday for Stargate Flames of Hope. And of course, this Wednesday, which is when we'll be on next, for Wintercraft Investigations. We'll be introducing Ank'Harel's character. And it's a Call of Cthulhu series, little one-on-one adventures, which are the precursor to a longer-term Cthulhu series. So that is very exciting. Your spoilery clue, which doesn't reveal that much, but it's enough to make it interesting, for Wednesday is Run, Forest, Run. That's your clue. Yeah, thanks all so much for watching. Until next time, have fun, play games.